Now, привет, comrades! Welcome back, everybody, to the channel. Today we're back on board a very special plane. The Tupolev Tu154. This is a very interesting plane indeed. In fact, I would argue that it is the hardest airliner to fly in pretty much any aspect. The handling of this aircraft isn't all too easy. I've already talked a little bit about that on the channel, but not only that, it is also the extremely complex cockpit and its systems that makes this plane absolutely a nightmare to fly, seriously. The thing is, here on the channel, I've never really dared to go into this cockpit. See, this is of course a very realistic flight simulator model here. I mean realistic as in even the fan spins. Well, it doesn't right now because the battery isn't turned on, but literally every switch here works, which is quite scary. So you know what, for today's video I thought maybe I could start up this plane. I mean, on this channel we've done a video like this on the Concorde and the 747-200. Let's maybe try a Soviet plane, which is a whole lot different to the Western planes. Alright, anyway, let's just jump right in here. Let's actually get rid of all the stuff here. Let's get rid of just get everything off. Alright, all the passengers are loaded up into our airplane. That is nice to see. And so we're left on our own with a Tupolev Tu154 without a checklist. I mean, there is a checklist actually included in this very realistic flight simulator model. It looks like this. I have no idea how to use it, so we're just gonna try to do this freestyle. Now, of course, even though this is a very exotic plane, it still starts up like most planes. For example, you start off, of course, with the batteries. They're right here. Batteries turning on. You can see already a few things turning on, especially the fan up here that we can turn off again because it's just absolutely unnecessary. Now, of course, the thing that you would always do after turning on the batteries is turning on the APU. Let's just get that started up as well. See, in order to make this video, I prepared a little bit or something. I'm just trying to start this up right now, okay? So, start APU. I hope that's going to work. Now, there we go. This is the RPM counter of the APU. The thing is, right here, as you can see, this cockpit is luckily in English, right? Normally, it is actually in Russian as well. So we would really get nowhere. Let's move on. Do the APU, let's actually use the energy that the APU is providing. See, this is a small engine in the tail section of the aircraft, right? And here we go. We are actually receiving a little bit of power from this thing. So now it's time to really get serious, I guess. And this is where I'm really starting to go a little bit freestyle, right? So first of all, of course, I would like to turn on the fuel tanks, just or something like that. I think that just makes sense. Here we go, the fuel tanks. This is the fuel tank switches, right? Sorry, I'm not properly explaining what I'm doing because the thing is, I don't know what I'm doing either. Pretty much all we have to do is, press some switches. So I think I'm gonna open this, I think, and then turn these switches. Just turn everything on. This is basically the rule of thumb in aviation. There we go. Yeah, we can see some gauges moving, and let's turn on that one as well. Let's also turn on the bleed valves. I think we're moving along nicely. What I find incredibly complex about these kind of Soviet planes is their hydraulic system, because we have to kind of charge it up with this accumulation charge, which sucks completely. So what we're gonna have to do is turn on these switches here and hold these until this accumulation charge button until these guys go up completely. This is just what I read in the tutorial. I don't really know what I'm doing. This is really, I think I haven't declared enough how much I don't know what I'm doing. There you go. You can see all of those instruments are coming up nicely. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's, I guess, hopefully pretty much all we have to do in order to prepare to start the engine. To actually start the engine, we have to open this flap right here. And can I just kind of note how ugly this cockpit is? I just wanted to note that right here. It is absolutely ugly. All right, anyway, what I'm gonna do now is turn on the main switch. Again, this is something we have to do manually, something that's not very common these days. We have to build up air pressure in the starter, right? In order to do that, we have to pull some air from the APU, if I understand this correctly. So I'm gonna pull on the APU bleed until that, yeah, there we go, it's coming up. Can you see that? There we go, it's coming up. And we're building up air pressure in the system or something. Is this going well, I think? See, I'm just a very hopeful kind of person. Great. And you know what? I think seriously that's all we have to do now. Yeah, now pretty much all that is left is selecting one of the three engines to start up. So let's go ahead and select one and just hope that this plane turns on, seriously. Engines, start. Yes! Move! Yes! You can do it, plane. Good. Let's turn on the fuel. Work. Yes. Plane is turning on. Yes, let's see from the outside. Oh yeah, we can hear sound. We can see the engine spinning. We have spinach, as I like to call it, right here. Let's go ahead and do the same thing for the engine 2. Pretty much the same product. We just have to wait for this thing to come up. Yes. Now it's time for engine number 3. Starting up nicely. I like to see that. Perfect. Now while that's going, let's go ahead and, get rid of the damn APU and just, get power from all of the engines. The generators, right? Here we go. Nice. And, we have started up our plane, I guess. So now all that is left to do is, of course, care about the instruments, the clockwork that we have here. Pretty much to do that, we just have to go to this overhead panel and press all these switches. Like, seriously, that's all we have to do. This is like, again, the general rule of thumb coming into play again. Just press all the switches and just hope that that works. Which it does. Plane is turned on, everybody. We already have a few instruments popping up right here. As you can see, this is loading up nicely. Yeah, well, what can I say? Professionalism 001. Okay, now everything here is all right. We have a few warnings like dist autonom, memory disk. Azimuth, what is that supposed to be? Maybe we're gonna not survive this, but let's just go ahead and actually take off. I mean, we haven't really even talked about where we are, right? We are at Sedona Airport. Don't we like this place? Okay, let's go and release the parking. Oh, God. Oh, no. God. All right, you know what? Let's just cheat myself around this runway. Jesus Christ. Okay, everybody, welcome to the runway of 3 of Sedona Air. Let's take off. Come on, full power. Here we go. Yeah, you can see the RPM is coming up nicely of all of those beautiful engines that they're not very beautiful, are they? Let's get this beautiful plane off the ground, everybody. Okay, we have a bit of an alert here. Sorry, just kind of harmonizing with the takeoff alert. All right, let's take off. Here we go. Let's just see if this is gonna work, actually. I guess this is supposed to work. I mean, I'm not quite sure about this runway. Let's just see. Come on, take off. Yes! Yes! We are in the air. All right, press G. Oh, yes! Look at that beautiful landing gear animation here as well. Wow. Here we go! We have actually taken off a Tupolev Tu154. All right, so let's of course, try the cherry on top. A nice landing here at Sedona Airport. Kind of making this a full flight. Okay, let's just nicely... I mean, this is a Soviet plane after all. Can do some bank angles here. No problems at all. All right, concentration now is needed. Oh my God. Yes! That has been beautiful. Let's go ahead and stop. Come on, little plane. Let's do this. Full power? Yes. Reverse thrust. Please stop, plane. Uh-oh. I have a feeling this is not going to work. Come on. No! No, you can do it. Oh my God. Please! Yes. Oh my God. I just pretty much died inside. Holy moly, that's been close to very much dying. Absolutely Swisser 1 approved landing, everybody. So yeah, that has been flying the Tupolev Tu154. I will never attempt to do this again in my entire life. And I'm very glad to have, modern planes these days that can, do stuff automatically. Because, of course, it just makes them safer. This is not a very safe plane. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. As always, good night.
Now, thank you to my members here on YouTube like Block, Emite, Mubarak, Mike, Ethan, Darren, Stefan, Ian, Oman the Human, Rafael Burkowski, Junk in the Trunk, Moritz, Toby, Great Grandpa John, Government Pasta, Calamity Airlines, Kelly Chaos, New York, Tyler Park, Cheese Doritos, Shadow, Anime Planes 001, Exponential Deslama, Futuring, Kellen, Me By You, Captain Cameron, Spiro, Gary, Norwegian, Bajel, and Parology.